Clarissa. Hello. I'm sending you all the love because I know at this time you need it. Happy early April. Time is flying. Weirdly enough, I was drawn to my Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Usually I don't go to that deck. Sometimes I do. But, so yeah. And I have the Native Spirit for guidance. And we have the Empress, which is you. And we have the Queen of Presents. Very well. Which is also you. The Queen of Pentacles. And the Empress. I'm sure if you could see them very well. You are really, how can I say this? In your power right now. You are in your divine energy. You are, your energy yourself couldn't get much better. There's a huge honor that is around you right now. When it comes to finances, I will let you know for the month of April, you're going to be getting what you need to get things done when it comes to numbers. So no worries if you were. You're going to have exactly what you need to take care of everything. You are the queen right now. Very much so. Now let's look at your love here. No? Okay. Okay. Knight of Presents, which is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Either someone is unable to bring you something, or there's an opportunity that's not coming. It's not coming through. There's a block there. Blockage. Okay. It's either a blockage or this person is uncommittable. Let's see. Six of Cups. Six of Cups in reverse. That's that friendship bond thing there. So moving on from it, leaving it in the past. And we have 3 of Cups. Okay, so this is a mental this is a mental opinion that because it didn't happen in the past, we can make it happen now. We can create that, we can create that opportunity now if you would like to participate. So this is saying that it did not happen in the past, but the opportunity is here presenting itself for you now for the month of April. However, it is 3 of Cups. There is another entity. In the dynamic, shall we say. Okay. So do you take this opportunity? Let's see. You have some doubt about it. Yeah, you're skeptical of it. There's not much hope that you have for it. At the same time, you are curious. Kind of like, if I did. Or, shall we say, if I did collaborate, what would it consist of? So let's look at the 3 of Cups. Ace of Potions. The Ace of Cups. This is a fresh start. This is a, so far, that I'm going to be genuine. Okay. Yeah. But let's see what it leads to. Let's see what it leads to. Let's get one more for that, for this offer. And we have the 5 of Needles in reverse, the 5 of Swords. Manipulation. So, they're not telling you everything. This is a mental game of chess for them. They are declaring that they're going to be pure, but that's not completely true. 5 Swords in reverse. let's take a look at the Five of Swords in reverse. Five of Candles in reverse. It's the Five of Wands. So let me get one more because I need to. What is this manipulation? You know what? I read that wrong. King of Swords in reverse is manipulation. This is Five of Swords. Five of Swords in reverse is reconciliation. I'm so sorry. Reconciliation. Five. We have the Five of Candles. It's been a while since I did these cards. The Nine of Presents. Right? These also have Roman noodle. Sound like I said Roman noodles. Roman numerals. Queen of Swords in reverse. And we have the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, because this situation wasn't able to commit, because it did not get committed to the way that it wanted, okay, this person is releasing all of that stress, all of that anguish about that. And is now ready to try this again. There is a little upsetness, shall we say, that it didn't happen the way that they wanted. Okay, so, well, this is a little different now because I didn't realize I read that card wrong. So, this is looking a lot like last month's. Five of Candles in reverse at the bottom. Releasing the stress about it, releasing any weight, that was there. What will become of it? Let's see. I also want to see, just real quick, let's see what will become of this first. Okay. Whoops. We have Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Queen of Swords. So, that combination is saying, I demand honest information before I mess with this opportunity. Just that simple. Now, let's take a look at what this Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, and reconciliation is supposed to be all about. We have the Emperor in reverse. This has no growth and no label. It's written right there. No growth and no label. That's why there's Three of Cups here. So it comes as a disguise. A disguise that this isn't going anywhere. There's no solid foundation. But you mentally, you pick up on this radar. And through communication, you ask for honesty, and you slice and dice it when it comes through the communication, because you have doubt over here, but it's for a reason. You do have curiosity too, but your doubt is stronger than your curiosity. And because of that, you demand. You see right through what they're saying, especially what they're saying. There's something about their words that just doesn't do it with you. You're seeing through it. It's just not adding up. And that's why. Because it's no growth and no label. So it's 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of a thing. And we have the Five of Cups. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of mourning, okay, for this overall. Because there's collaboration that's wanted here on both sides. But it's for different reasons. And until those reasons match up and become pure, it's just not going to work. Justice. Yeah. Justice. Here's the Justice. See, there's still justice here that needs to be got, right? Yeah. And the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So what that means is for this month of April, it's not the right time for this. It's not bringing nothing to offer. The Emperor's in reverse. There's no solid foundation. There's no growth. There's no building. Nope. Bottom of the deck, we have 7 of Cups. So, for the beginning of May, you're going to start looking at some different options. This is kind of not going nowhere, and you're ready to start looking around elsewhere. Yeah. So, that is our sneak peek, okay? And let's see if we can confirm it. We'll get one more. 2 if we have to, whatever. Yep. That's good. Keep being the Queen of Swords with them. And we have the Devil card. Okay. Let me get one more. I think that this is you. Shoot. I think this is you. Like, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you stopped working towards this. And that's literally what it says right there. Stopped working towards this. Yeah, you stopped working towards this. And that's where you're wanting to look at different options and stuff. But we have the Devil card too, so you're kind of like, you know, being naughty, shall we say, and just like, since you offered me all this and it's nothing, let me see what is out there. Solitude, out of the love game. Queen of Candles in reverse. So you're going to be in solitude while you're checking all your other options. Now, also too, with the Devil card, with you being in that, you know, naughty frame of mind, you could play both of the fields. You're definitely considering it. You're not really wanting to, but you just may. You're considering it. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. An overindulgence into the 4 of Swords is a time of solitude. It's a time that you recollect yourself. It's a time of calmness. It's a time where anything that you're lacking, you make sure that you get it. It's a lot of self-love. It's all of that good stuff for yourself. So that is what you choose. Like, after looking around and seeing what's out there and what isn't, you go back into like, you know what? I'm going to spend some major time on what I'm needing and what my body is needing. And I'm going to get me up to par. the Magician in reverse. You know, that's also just saying that you're going to be sidetracked. You're going to be really paying attention to you, even though you went out there and looked around. Sometimes we need to do that. Page of Presents in reverse. You go into a really, really deep solitude. Don't go too far. You're going a little too far. Okay? So it's time to come out of there. You've taken care of yourself enough here. Now it's time to shine. So come back out of there. And let's see. The Hierophant in reverse, and the Sun. So, bottom of the deck is Ace of Presents. That is Ace of Pentacles. A new opportunity. You're going to be kind of having a hard time of seeing the bright side of things. When you come out of the solitude, because you've taken care of yourself so well when you was in that during April, that for May you're kind of having a hard time of like being optimistic. You did healing very well for April. There's this new Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So the reason why you're having a hard time seeing the bright side of things is that you're not ready yet. So there's a refusal there to make a decision, to have a new opportunity, okay? It's a lot of overthinking, but it's showing that it's a lot of stress right now. Feeling like it's a lot to carry. It's a lot of stress. There's some new clarity that comes in though, and then you're ready to collect. You're ready to collect from what good work you have done, which may also bring in the Justice card, more than likely. So yeah, it's kind of like a past energy thing that your energy is hanging on to. But yet, while you're in this solitude, you take very, and I mean very, extremely well good, very well good taking care of yourself. To the point that when you come out, you doubt that almost like it's good enough for you, you know? Um, but you're peeking out there, you're looking around, you know, you're curious a little bit. Um, but when it's all said and done, you don't want to participate in a new opportunity. It feels like it's too much of a heavy burden. But then you get this clarity that I'm ready to collect my harvest, my justice, my what I have sown in, what time I have put in, what it has grown. Or better yet, shall we say, what it was supposed to grow. So, just as this person is looking to rekindle or reconciliate, this morning of the justice comes back strong and through you, and you're wanting it. You're wanting this justice, and that's why you don't want a new opportunity. You're wanting to collect from the past and not start a fresh start. Let's get one more card from this deck. Whoops, I about dropped the whole thing. And then we'll get a guidance card. You're kind of over here like at the beginning of May, like, I'm going to look at other options. And then you're like, or do I? What if I just collect from what was supposed to have been given to me to begin with? King of Needles, King of Swords, and Three of Swords. Why did you break my heart? Why did you break my heart? That's for May. Why did you break my heart? Seeking the truth. So when you come back around for this justice and you want what should have been given to you, along with it is you saying, why did you break my heart? So there's actually some hurt there that's coming back up to the surface. And it does that sometimes. It may have to do it 3 or 4 times, you know? Knight of Potions in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Unable to commit to this. Yeah, absolutely. And this person has, look, a drinking problem right there. It's right there. See? Unable to commit. Wants a new opportunity. Yeah. But there's boundaries within their thinking. and also no steady commitment. All right, let's get one card here. Yeah. Still unable to commit. And still drinking. Send up your prayers. The prayer feather. So this one here, the Indians would, when they would find a feather, or they would go find one, they would tie it to the tree branches, and that would represent their prayer that they were praying. Time to love unconditionally. Feathers are a connection to the Creator. Place prayer on feather. Tied to a bush. Wind carries to Creator. Bundle feather, smudging. Carry prayers upward. Plus cleansing messages. Prayer feather. Prayer feather. So what we find here is some emotions. That were still there that you may not have known about, that are coming back to you. And you're testing yourself. And there's a choice that's going to have to be made. You are asking this person, why did they break your heart? But now the question will be, why will you break your own heart if you participate in this connection? Because it has told me many times that this is unable to be. No growth, no label. Nothing more than 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Love is flowing to you and through you. No matter what an individual is saying or doing, love him or her anyway. Gather your inner forces silently and secretly. Love deeply, fully, with every ounce of your being, even if someone isn't fulfilling your expectations. Yeah, but don't stay in your Queen of Swords. I think this is saying that, love them as much as you can, okay? Because you don't need to be diving into things that you don't need to be either. This is your time to love and be loved. The love that you send out to the world comes back to you. Represent a connection with the Creator. The feathers do. Birds often symbolize messengers between the two legends. Leggeds, humans and spirit. This is your time to love and be loved. I'm still having a hard time connecting the feathers to love. I guess it's because the feathers are supposed to represent the Creator. For a day, love each person you encounter. Imagine a golden ray of light from the center of your heart radiating to the center of the heart of that individual. Notice how great you feel by the end of the day. Well, that's just great, because that's not going to feel too good knowing that this has no growth and no label. So I tell you what you can do for your feather is to be grateful. Be grateful for the knowledge that you have gained through this, okay? And are able to apply that to where you are at right now. And it has allowed you to be the Queen of Swords. And that comes with an ascended kind of like a master ability that you have grown, and that through this you are who you are right now, and to be thankful for that, and that you can take that wisdom with you and use it right now and into the future, which you already are, because you're the Queen of Swords in this, and you're sitting there declaring honesty from the situation, and that's exactly correct. Because you're already picking up that this is not adding up. This is not, what it's supposed to be. But it's not supposed to be. That's why it's there. It's you testing yourself to see if you can notice when something is a solid foundation and when something isn't. You've already learned it. You're the Queen of Swords. If you wasn't the Queen of Swords, you wouldn't have learned anything. But you have. That's why you're up there with the sword, like, I demand honesty. That comes with schooling. That comes with education. You have an education behind you from this. And you're using it just as you're supposed to. And so you're rising above this. You are passing the test. It's just that these emotions are coming back, okay? There's still some emotions here that not very often, because I haven't seen or caught this very often in your readings, that your emotions actually mess with you a little bit. However, this is one of them. But that's okay. That's normal. You are human. You do have a heart. You're not a tin man. Okay? You always do extremely well anyway. So, but this is what it does. It's supposed to do this. It's supposed to rise back through these emotions, will come back until they are completely healed. And I do mean completely healed. Completely. And that word completely isn't easy sometimes. So this takes 4 or 5 times, and that's what it takes. You know? You're not ready yet. You're wanting your justice. That's because of these emotions. That's the emotions. Otherwise, the mental brain, the mental part of it, would have the clarity that there's nothing here. Let it go. You know? But that's what our heart does. Because we don't connect with people without, you know, sometimes we end up, you know, caring for people. But sometimes, unfortunately, you know, we just have to be grateful for what we can. And most of that is knowledge. And if 2 people are able to be grateful for the opportunity that they came across each other's path and to learn and the wisdom and still be able to speak to each other, you know, from a distance, you know, it's really it's a good thing, you know. It is a good thing. It's very rare, and that it's okay, you know, and that it's actually okay. It's okay that it didn't work out. If it didn't work out, you know, it's okay. There's something else different here that's wanted. But this will subside in time, okay? So don't beat yourself up. Do not stay in that solitude. Take care of yourself, refuel yourself back up, get you back up to par, and get out of there. The only problem is that once you do, you come back wanting justice. But that's okay. It's just don't stay in that solitude though. It's starting to take your optimism away. Also from new opportunities with new people. And we don't want that. So, but you got this, girl. You're already the Queen of Swords. Also the Queen of Pentacles. Also the Empress, which is the Queen. Are you kidding me? Of course, you always shine. You always do this. You're very, very talented. Very, very skilled. Very skilled. Very sharp. So I'll leave it there, dear. I will see you in May. So for May, you're going to be wanting to, you know, turn around a little bit. So, but it's okay. It happens. And that it's going through the process, you know, that's what it is. But it's all right. You'll get there. You'll get there, girl. All right, I'll see you then. All right.